Scrub-a-dub-dub, what's in the tub? What's going on, CCL peeps? We are here with the power rankings for round 3, 4?
Post round 3.
Post round 3, beginning
So
of
round
round
3 power
4.
rankings. Yeah.
Yeah, I always get confused on how that works. But either way, in the last round, you guys saw how we ranked, and a lot of things have happened. If you guys have been watching the CCL battles, if you haven't, make sure to check those out. A lot of things have changed, and we're gonna have that reflected in the power rankings. A lot of people are gonna be moving around.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to say who we are?
Oh, well, I am Ace, and that's Feasting. If you don't know by this point, then that's kind of weird. But
Who's Ace? What is an Ace?
I am Ace.
What's that?
I am YouTuber. What's poppin'?
You're a YouTuber?
I'm YouTuber.
And you make my dreams come alive.
Hello. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
You don't get the reference.
Nope.
People in the comments will get the reference.
Okay. Well, either way, we're gonna get started on the power rankings on post round 3, beginning of round 4. And number 16 is where we start off at, and it's the same person who it's been for the past 3 weeks because he's not given us something yet that has changed our mind. I will give him that he's improving, but it's just not enough yet to move him out of 16. That's Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel, Megasonic Heroes Igloos. Like I said, you are improving, but the problem is everyone else is also improving.
Yeah.
So if everyone's moving at the same rate, there's kind of a constant. So unless something drastic happens, this is kind of where you have to live. We're not saying you're terrible. We're just saying everyone else is superior at this time.
What I'm saying is just win. Like you have to start winning. You have to get results.
Yeah, and you're not by any means you're not out of the league. We have 12 more rounds to go.
12 more rounds to go. So you definitely have time to improve. I know next week you face me, and you might end up back here again. I mean, you could move up really far if you take a game off me. I will move you up. I guarantee you. If you take a game off me, I will move you up.
Wait, if Daniel beats you?
Yeah, if Daniel beats me.
If Daniel beats you, he's moving up a significant amount. Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's always that upside, you know? If you play your heart out, it's always happen. It's Pokemon. Anybody can win.
You'll get blown back by Choice Banded Superior.
You're right.
But
for that Choice Banded tackle.
Yeah, who did Daniel face this week?
Daniel faced I wanted to say Marty, but that was last week.
That was last week. Who was it this week? Why do we not know this?
Oh my god.
Oh, it was Zach.
It was Zach. Yeah, it was Zach. Okay. I was looking through and it's Zach. And
yeah, but again, that battle, Daniel, we've mentioned this before, but you have the huge fairy weakness, and that you have nothing that resists it, no fire, steel, or poison types. And again, your opponent exploited it. Zach ran a very nice, very, very nice Trick Room team and let a Choice Banded Granbull kind of play rough away.
Yeah.
And we said if you don't prepare for the fairies, you're going to get blown back, and that's what's happened. You need to learn to prep for the fairies. You need to find counters, whether it be slapping the berry on something or, I don't know, like a random hidden power for coverage.
Hidden power, poison, steel, something.
Something like that. You just need to be better prepped for the fairies because you know they're coming at this point. Ace has a Mr. Mime, so you need to be scared of that. Ace just slaps a scarf on that and you don't have a swap in, Daniel. So you need to figure something out for that. I don't know what you could, but
just keep fighting, Daniel. I know it's hard. You know, you've had some trouble throughout the weeks, but you know, you definitely can move up.
Definitely, anyone can.
All right. Moving on to someone else who's kind of stuck stagnantly in the same place since we've kind of done the power rankings from ranking is Grids at number 15.
Yeah, the Petalburg Pikachus.
Yeah.
Daniel obviously coached the Laverton Leafeons, we should probably mention.
Oh yeah, the nice little hat.
The little cart hat. But Grids, Petalburg Pikachus, pretty much the same as Daniel. We've noticed improvement, or at least I have.
I would say decently significant progress, especially from knowing Grids back when he first started battling to like now, I would say that he's improved a ton.
Immensely.
But everybody's, like you said, is moving up.
Yeah, his battle with Jakib and Hakeem this week or this round proved that he's improving. Like back in the day, like someone like Jakib and Hakeem would have just came in and blown Grids back because they're two people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But Grids had them on their toes and had them thinking a bit and blah blah. So he is improving. It's just he needs that extra little bit to push him up.
Yeah.
He just all it takes is a win. And I feel like that's what it is. Like people like Grids and Daniel, and to a lesser extent now Zach, but they had that mentality of, what's the point? I'm going to lose. I'll just have fun. Yeah. I think once they pull out that victory, they'll realize, hey, I'm not actually terrible. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that'll help them along.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say on Grids?
No, I just think that Grids is just having, like I said, another tough time. He's had a string of tough battlers, really. I mean,
Max, Jakib, Hakeem.
Yeah, Max, Jakib, Hakeem, all very talented battlers. Maybe not ranked super high.
They're competent, but also at least two of them are known for being unorthodox as well, which is obviously not a good thing if you're not well versed in the competitive meta.
Yeah, especially when you're he'd probably tend to run more standard things. Like he might run odd stuff because he's a little less experienced battler, but not knowing what to expect from your opponents is really difficult for someone who doesn't really play the competitive scene that much.
Yeah, I personally feel like once you start battling the people that do tend to bring standard stuff, you will do better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think in examples, but Wyatt tends to be pretty standard, so I feel like Grids could put in work there, even against yourself, Ace.
Yeah, even against me. And the problem I have, I've battled Grids a few times, and the problem I usually have with him is sometimes he makes plays that I don't understand, and I'll ask him after, and he'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's scary for people like Ace.
Yeah, it is scary for me because I'll make I will think 3 turns ahead, and I'll be like, okay, Grids has to double swap here from his Pikachu into his ground type, to avoid getting blown back by this fire attack, and he'll stay in, and I'll double swap into my water type, and I'm like, hello, why did you stay in?
Yeah, we'll get to more examples of that later. I know I want to talk about that.
Yeah, we will get to that. Weezing has some
will get to that
unfinished business on that accord. All right, but moving on from Grids, we move on to somebody who some of you may really be surprised to see down here, but due to his record, he has to be, and that's Chris at number 14.
Yeah, and Chris, you know yourself, your biggest enemy right now is yourself.
Yeah.
It's your lack of self-confidence and faith in yourself that's causing you to pretty much choke every week. Week 1 against Slayer, you had that battle. If you didn't have that misplay with the Hoopa, you had that battle. You didn't play badly at all. You played well. Slayer had to work around your team and things like that. You built a really good team. You always build really good teams. It's just there's always that one flaw.
Yeah.
And
second week you didn't prepare for Mega Absol.
Yeah. And this week you didn't have much for Wyatt's core. And the thing is with Chris is once his opponent realizes the flaw and picks on it and exploits it, he crumbles under the pressure.
Yeah.
And he throws in the towel. So as far as advice for you, Chris, is just work on your self-confidence, because you are a good battler. I can attest to that. I have battled you many times in the past. You know what you're doing. I think you've got nerves and you claim to be rusty, but honestly, a lot of people in this league right now are either rusty or new to the meta.
Yeah.
So, you can do big things in this league. It's still early days, and I know you're upset that you're 0-3, but you haven't had easy battles.
Yeah, no, I mean, facing Slayer first week, not an easy battle. Second week facing Ben, who has by far the best draft.
Then this week Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt with the best core.
With the best core, yeah. So those are 3 people you don't need to feel ashamed of losing to. If I lost to any of them, I wouldn't be I'm terrible. I would just be like, I got outplayed by good battlers.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Good teams, good battlers. Just overall balanced. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on from Chris, we move on to somebody who's actually moved up just one space from last week, and that is Zach, who actually got his first win against Daniel.
Yeah, like we mentioned while we were talking about Daniel, I feel Zach earned the movement up because we told him to win, and that's what he did. He plotted well. He actually prepped very well. He noticed as everyone has the huge weakness in Daniel's draft and exploited it, and that's what you need to do in this format. You need to find a flaw and take advantage of it, and he did it extremely well. Like, Zach had a great week. Like, there's honestly nothing we can say to improve on because he did it.
Yeah, he did extremely well. And Chris, head coach of the Sayville Sableyes, and Zach, the head coach of the recently dubbed Las Vegas Victinis.
Las Vegas Victini. Zach, all you need to do is keep it up. I'm not sure. Oh, he's battling Lee this week, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have a tough battle this week.
Yeah, this is your proving ground now. Like, you've got a bit of confidence. You had a decent win. You proved that you know how to prep. Like, as far as I know, he didn't get any help with that team for Daniel.
I didn't help him. He asked me about the team, and I basically I looked at his team, and I didn't really give many thoughts on it. I said, if this is what you're comfortable running, I can respect it. I understand why everything is there. But I didn't. I wouldn't say I gave any input that influenced him. I would say it's almost 100% him on that.
Yeah. So all you need to do, Zach, is kind of keep up how you're going.
Yeah.
Like, you're improving, and we're noticing it. So you moved up a place. If you want to keep moving up, you know what to do.
Yeah, definitely. And now moving on to number 12, you guys might have heard my sister's dog barking a little bit earlier. And I might be a little bit barking mad because this placement just makes me just I feel so bad putting Demon at number 12. As Demon plays in this meta, I just feel like he's a very good league battler. But Weezing has told me, he is 0-3, and yeah, see the dog across the street is barking right now because they're like, you're barking mad. I don't know. I just feel bad putting Demon here. I just feel like he's played so well. He's just had some tough battles, but with record, we just have to kind of put him here at number 12.
Yeah, like, Demon, you are 0-3, but again, like I said, you are great in this format. You just had the unlucky task of having to face myself, Ben, and Lee in the first 3 rounds. Like, 3 of the top draft / battlers, and it's not like, okay, I was gonna say it's not like he got blown. I blew him back, but it's not like the other 2 weeks you got blown back.
Yeah, no, literally, I think there was 1 or 2 plays that if you made against Ben, you won. Like, Weezing and I were watching that battle. I was like, Demon, please, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
so
I was talking to Demon as well about it in DMs after I watched it, and he's like, yeah, I know. I just get, in the moment, he gets scared to do something in case it, either if it's a low accuracy move, or he's scared of, I don't know, for example, earthquaking because there's still a flying or a levitator.
Yeah.
He needs to get more conviction. And a word of advice I offered to Demon after his battle was, don't be so trigger happy with knockoff.
Yeah.
Yes, 9 times out of 10 it is the best play, but certain situations when you sit back and think, it's not. The example from that battle was, there was a point that if his Gliscor was scarfed against Ben, and if he locked himself into Stone Edge, he was in a great position because Ben had no swap in other than a slow bro. But
then he had a dark type and a electric type chilling right there that would destroy anything else that came in.
Exactly. So there are certain situations where knockoff isn't always the best option, especially on a Scarfer.
Yeah.
I know it's easy to just be like, oh, free knockoff, but take a second, step back, and be like, no, if I lock myself into this, what does this do for me instead?
Yeah.
These are the things you need to work on. And a bit on your sets, spoilers if you haven't watched his team builder, which you should go watch because he is a very funny guy and his team builders are hilarious. he ran max special attack Conkeldurr, and it's things like that Ace and I just love about Demon.
Yeah, I was just like,
because
that's so smart.
Yeah, I was gonna say they may sound stupid, but that was incredibly smart.
Yeah.
Because he made the Conkeldurr Iron Fist, so with the Iron Fist ability, all his physical moves had the same amount of base power as they would have if he was adamant max attack.
Yeah, and even with like Ben being there and not understanding the metagame like too like super well as some of the higher level players, they know not to Will-O-Wisp or Toxic a Conkeldurr just right off the bat because Guts is an ability. So like he kind of played to that and was like, let me put Iron Fist on this because he's not going to expect it. He's going to expect Guts.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason he was max special attack is because I think the only thing on Ben's draft that kind of walls Conkeldurr was Slowbro. So he made it max special attack with Grass Knot, which he calced and two-shot it no matter what.
That's so genius.
Yeah, but sadly Ben didn't make the play, and Ace mentioned we watched the battle together, and he swapped in the Dramanitan on the.
Yeah, I was like, "What? Hello."
Yeah, we were like Ben, why you do this?
Well, what's the swap in there? Like, you have the Slowbro.
Yeah, because if Demon had Drain Punch there, Dramanitan was gone.
I don't think it was. Well, actually, with Iron Fist,
it was gone to the following Mach Punch.
Yeah, he didn't have Mach Punch though, did he?
I think he did.
Okay, if he had Mach Punch, then it was gone. But like Drain Punch is doing like 70% because it was at full.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you swapped it in, and I was like, "Hello, how did you?" Either you're a god, or
yeah.
Either you're a god, know he's running Grass Knot, or.
But yeah, Demon, you just need to don't lose, like similar to Chris, don't lose faith in yourself. You were very good. You just had a very unlucky set of first battles.
Yeah, and don't lose your conviction. Like once you have your opponent backed into a corner, you have to press that advantage. You can't let them come back, especially when like somebody like Ben who has the best drafts in our league. Like his draft affords him like those luxuries to be able to kind of go down and still come back.
Yeah. Just stick at it, Demon. Like don't, and also like your sets, like I know you like being unorthodox and sometimes you feel like you're just doing it for entertainment's sake, but no, they if you manage to pull them off, they will be great.
Yeah.
So don't be discouraged that I didn't get the chance to use the conch. Like no, keep doing things like that because it will pay off.
Yeah, I guarantee that's like when I faced you in the first season of the CC, I was so scared because I was like, what is like this man's gonna run like max attack, like fucking Alakazam, and I'm gonna be like, what's my swap in for this? Nothing.
Exactly. And I guarantee you, if I was banned in that battle and I had that team against that and against Demon team, the slow roll was coming in straight away on the call.
Yeah, and then it was getting Grass Knot, and you're like, oh shit. Wait.
Exactly. Like I was coming in, I would be willing to take the knockoff because I eat it. Then I would get blown back by the following Grass Knot.
You'd be like, that's at 70%. What the hell is it?
Exactly. So yeah, Demon, you're not doing anything wrong. You just had an extremely lucky draw. But think about it this way: you have less threats in the future.
That's true.
So what threats, realistic threats to Demon, do we have left? Like yourself and Kendra?
Me, Kendra, I'd say Jakib, Wyatt, Max as well, and then the age draft. Like are the.
But I feel like a lot of those Demon has a skill level.
Yeah,
to handle.
I would say like the biggest ones that I say that he is like at a disadvantage at is me, Kendra, and then maybe I don't know, like he could go 50-50 with Jakib, Wyatt. Like you could go either way, but I think he definitely has.
Let's say like Jakib, Wyatt, Trent, Max, and Demon are all on a similar level.
Yeah, well, I'd say that in my personal opinion, I think he, in terms of battling skill, I think he's just outside of the top 5, like maybe top 4, top 5. Just unfortunate draws. We have to rank him down here.
That's all. That's purely it, Demon. Just unlucky draw and unlucky. Had to go against 3 of the top guys and get blown back by my shaman. But still.
Great. Okay. Obviously, Devin, the head coach of the NRW Nidokings, very proud of that team. Very proud of that name. Yeah. Moving on from number 12, we move to number 11 to somebody who some people might be surprised to move up, but we have justification for this. It's Marty at number 11. Marty did get his first win last week, and we really moved him up because we felt he played extremely well against Lee, one of the top-ranked battlers in this league, and the improvement that he showed was so great that it outshined, like we said, some of the other guys down there that we see that they're improving. Marty's improved leaps and bounds.
Yeah, to be able to, like, he didn't beat Lee, spoilers, but it was very close 1-0.
Yeah.
It was at the point where it could have gone either way. And yes, we'll get to like Lee's side of that battle, but Marty did not play terribly at all.
Yeah, no, and
He made one play that was
they cost him the match basically.
Yeah, like he swapped in his Sableye on the Slurpuff, which was chilling there. I don't understand why he did that. Still to this day,
quick attack was still a play.
Yeah, like he should have quick attacked, but like things like that is things he'll learn.
Yeah,
like and he's already showing he's learning. So like, I'm very proud of Mari.
Yeah, he's He's improving so much. It's like from
It's
week one facing
scary.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like his draft isn't bad either.
It's not at all. People want to make fun of it.
Mega Sableye and Azumarill.
Yeah, he's got like even like minor threats like Scarframpardos, which is terrifying.
Chestnut.
Chestnut's a horrible Pokemon.
Yeah,
Bronzong's really annoying
Belly
to deal
Drum.
with for people. Yeah, sub Belly Drum Salicberry, like
Yeah, freaking Brad.
like not even Mari's draft is scary and he's learning to use it. Like the difference between his battle with Ace and his battle with Lee is frightening.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I feel like if Marty keeps up, he'll be
He
top
could be
10
moving up
sooner
into the
than
top
we
10.
think, yeah.
soon. If he wins a couple more matches, I definitely will put him there.
Yeah, easily.
But yeah, no, moving on from Marty, the head coach of the Warnsveld Weezings, onto Hakeem, the head coach of Weezing. You can take that away.
Pasadena Palpitoads.
Yeah, I know he loves to say that one. It's his favorite.
Pasadena Palpitoads. Yeah.
We moved to Hakeem, the head coach of the Pasadena Palpitoads, and really Hakeem just like he's improved. Like he's still playing. I would say not league style, but I mean he won.
Exactly. Like we can sit here and criticize and say, "Oh, there's so much shit you could have done better," but it's hard to do that when he comes out and wins.
Yeah, if you win, like you get the justification. Like we understand like your level of battling. We told you like in the past weeks, your prep is lackluster for a league format, but I mean, if you get wins with your style, there's not much we can say about that. Like literally, like we can say,
it still proves how threatening Hakeem is, where he can literally just grab Mons and put in work with them.
yeah, and not get 6-0'd, not get 4. Like I think all of his battles have been like 3-0 or less.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's him grabbing random Mons.
Well, they're not random.
Well, like
just
grabbing like standard Mons, like putting a team together that's not really prepped for his opponent.
Yeah, they're not like specifically EV. They're not like movesets aren't to cater to whole drafts. It's just I don't know, like Hakeem kind of scary. Like if he actually
he's the
sits
anti-demon.
down, yeah, if he sits down and actually like preps for like an hour before a battle, like that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And also, what scores he's 1 and 2?
1 and 2.
To have a victory under your belt without having the ability to use your Mega, it's kind of insane. Because he hasn't played up to that point in Orash yet.
Oh, he hasn't. I forgot about
so
that.
he does not have Mega Deontay. He has regular Deontay.
Oh.
And he's still putting in work.
That's funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I asked him, he came on TeamSpeak before his battle with Grizz, and I was like, have you got the Mega Bracelet? He's like, no, not yet. And I believe he did bring the Deontay. He's not scared to bring it as a Deontay.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's viable as a Diancie. It's just... Alright. I did not know that. That's good. That's good tech. I'm writing that down. Alright, yeah. But yeah, no. Overall, just solid battler and deserves to be this high. I'd like to see Demon up here, personally. But, like everybody up here, I feel has kind of justified why they're here. But yeah. Moving on to number 9, we have the head coach of the Mistralton Mandibuzz, who has moved one spot down, actually. Just one spot down. Actually losing to me this week.
Yeah, Trent. People are basically working out how to get through the AIDS.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like, Max found a way around it. Obviously, it was a narrow victory, but it was still a victory nonetheless. And Ace here just kind of punched holes in it. he knew it was coming. He prepped for it and he punched holes in it, and you didn't have much for it.
I would say in Trent's defense, I did get lucky in I would say about 3 separate instances. I got a crit Shadow Ball, which probably like it's a roll. It was 96 to 118 or something like that. So it could have mattered. Then he would have earthquaked my my Raikou, and then I would have had like 1 less mon against Mega Altaria. But then I still had like Assault Vest Amoonguss that like outright just walled the bejesus out of it. So.
Well, yeah, your Assault Vest Amoonguss walled his entire draft basically.
Well, except for
Braviary.
Yeah. But I also think that his play of swapping in Braviary on 2 different occasions was terrible. Like, no reason to sack off your win condition when like Cresselia can just sit there and we can like play. I don't know. Maybe he just like didn't want to stall. I don't know. It just seemed very inconsistent of like what he wanted to do there. He's like, well, I think maybe because I punished him for stalling, is that he was like, okay, I can't stall, so he tried to make offensive swaps.
Yeah, it's again like it's kind of like Demon and Chris in that when things don't go as planned, he kind of
they crumble apart because they don't have that trigger to pull.
Yeah, like it's not even that. It's just they know they don't have their safety net anymore and they can't get away with just doing what they're used to.
Yeah.
Like if you're just gonna sit there and when you're near half HP and the person knows you're gonna roost or whatever, they are gonna punish that.
Yeah. Well, I gave the way I want to like say it is if you guys will watch the battle, there are 3 different instances where I say he's going to roost here. I'm going to make a double swap, or I'm going to do something. He roosted with a Skarmory, which both of the roosts that he did, he roosted on my Latias swap in, then he roosted on my my Defog, and then he attacked. Like then he got frustrated because I was like, okay, if you're gonna roost here, I'm gonna take advantage of it, and I'm gonna get rid of these rocks. And then I'm going to Thunderbolt you, and then you're going to Brave Bird and kill yourself. And then with the Cresselia, he Moonlighted up. I made my double swap to get Durant in to get off enough damage where Blastoise could kill off the Cresselia, whether he roosted or if anything else swapped in, it was dead. So I took advantage of him wanting to roost and roost and roost and roost.
And that's it. Like there are people in this league, like Ace, myself, Lee,
Kendra.
I'm not sure about Kendra. I don't know if she knows how to exploit stall yet.
Okay.
We've yet to see that from her. I know me, you, and Lee can. We've had experience doing it. I'm one of the few people that destroy Slayer whenever he tries to bring his stall teams against me.
I play UU, so.
Yeah, and Ace plays UU. Like, we both have experience breaking stall, so I'm not worried about Trent. So take that as a shot, Trent. I'm not worried about you.
Hey. Oi.
I'm not. I know how to beat that draft. Like, I have shit for it.
Yeah.
Like you said, like if you're gonna play the predictable Roost, Moonlight, whatever else the fuck those Pokemon get, like I know how to punish that.
Like I don't know, like looking at his draft and then like thinking to like, what is it? The age draft, like freaking not age draft, freaking the AIDS team. It's like Chansey, Mega Sableye, Quags. Like in comparison, it doesn't scare me as much.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay.
You know, like we could just be that person and bring taunt. Then what are you gonna do?
Bruh.
Like that's all it takes. Like we have a fast mon that gets taunt. Bye, Trent.
Goodbye. All right.
What are you gonna do? Brave Bird me with your Skarmory? Nigga.
Take that recoil. Where's your sturdy now?
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. But enough shitting on Trent. We move on from Trent up to the Wellington Wormadams. That's this, the name.
Wellington Wormadams?
Yeah, Wellington Wormadams. They were thick. The head coach of that is Max, who is at number 8.
Yeah, I'm not happy that you're here, Max, but you lost to Jakib. You get punished for this.
Yeah, you get punished for losing to Jakib.
Yeah, and I understand that you have had a lot of real life stuff to deal with, school and things like that. So you didn't get optimum amount of time to prep. But like you still put in work in that battle. You didn't get destroyed.
Yeah, that's why we didn't move you down like all the way. Like
yeah, like the team you brought was good and it was a very close battle. But again, you just choked. I don't know what it is about Jakib and people not prepping for Mega Pidgeot. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it.
Okay.
We say it every week.
If you guys don't understand, this thing has as much special attack as Slowbro has defense.
Wait, really?
Its special attack, I think, is equivalent.
180.
No, it's not 180. It's 135.
Oh, regular Slowbro.
Yeah, regular Slowbro's physical defense.
I thought you meant Mega Slowbro.
No, not Mega Slowbro. Regular Slowbro's defense.
I was like, wait.
It's 135.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, that special attack is way too high.
But yeah, people need to be ready for it, and I feel like people bring one thing expecting to counter it, and that's not the philosophy to have.
Well, and it also gets coverage, so it's Heat Wave, and Hurricane, and U-Turn, and...
I mean, like, Max's biggest issue with the Mega Pidgeot was that he didn't bring in Polion.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't bring in Polion.
Like, it literally is the perfect counter to Mega Pidgeot.
Mm-hmm.
What's it gonna do to you? HP ground?
I guess.
HP electric?
I would say just Heat Wave, like, overall. It's like what he's gonna be going for.
I mean, still, like, it's neutral and you're, like, Empoleon especially bulky, so it's like...
the Hurricane, I don't know.
But, like, the fact, like, Regirock, yes, I get it. It was a smart choice-ish against Pidgeot because it resists Heat Wave and Hurricane. But Regirock has pitiful special defense, so as you saw in that battle, it still hurt.
Yeah.
And you don't want a confusion on the physical attacker and things like that. So, poor prepping is the reason you're here, but just losing to Jakib in general. I can't forgive you, Max. I'm disowning you right now.
Dang.
I'll still make Ace apologize for putting you...
Yeah, I'm sorry for putting you at, 14 week?
13 or 14, yeah.
Something like that. I'm sorry for that.
We're not sorry for this, though.
I'm not sorry about this. This you have to improve from.
You had a Gallade that destroys his team. I don't know what happened.
What happened?
The Gallade legitimately destroys his entire draft.
This is true.
Like, you even had Leaf Blade for the Milotic. But yeah, Max, your prep is fine. You just need to put more time and effort into it. And like with Demon and everyone else, don't just panic when when plans don't go according to plan.
Yeah, you just have to be able to pull that trigger when you have to be able to make those doubles, make those plays.
Yeah.
And just identify what your opponent's draft doesn't like.
Yeah, and you've done that already in the past. Like, you noticed Grids doesn't like flying stab, so you brought a Scarfstaraptor and blew him back. You know how to exploit things.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on from number 8, we move up to number 7. Somebody who I feel, well, they were number 7 last week as well. But I love them at this position. I think this is a very good position for how their draft is and how they play. That's Wyatt.
Wyatt. I don't have much to say about Wyatt. He's kind of like his placement on the power rankings is kind of how his league's gone. It's just kind of
I mean, being like unfortunate at week 1 where he lost to Jakib. So like he moved down from that, and then he's kind of just steadily like, you know, won and lost, like, you know, just played well. I overall, I think this is just a like correct placement of Wyatt. This is where Wyatt has kind of kept himself, and he, like, in the future, when he battles some people who are a little bit more, a little bit higher rankings, and if he does well, I feel that he can definitely move up. I mean, he beat Chris, so that's
he did beat Chris.
That's why he kind of like stayed up there, and I feel like people above him just kind of earned their spots a little bit more.
Wyatt has all the potential in the world to. He's basically the dark horse.
Yeah.
I mean, his draft is great. Yeah. His entire draft is great. I'd put it probably second to Ben's if I'm being completely honest.
He has the best core, by far the best core.
Yeah, he's the best core. Yeah.
I mean, he has
overall
Entei,
draft,
like chilling.
Entei, Gyarados, Scrafty, all these major threats, Shiftry.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting.
It's scary.
Manectric as well. Like, people sleep on
just regular Manectric, but like people were like, "Oh, let me Volt Switch." Hello, give me that boost.
Yeah. Wyatt, you have all the skill level in the world. Just have more self confidence and don't listen to Hunter as much. That's all I'm gonna say.
Follow your gut, man.
You know what
your
you're
team.
doing. You know what you're doing. So don't listen to Hunter as much, because if we learned anything from helping Kristen in the UCL, she did miles better than when she came to us for help.
Yeah,
Because
well,
she felt
doing
more
it by
comfortable.
committee and then doing it like where you build the thing and then you ask for a little bit of advice, there's a huge difference.
Yeah, like I recommend you go away, build your own teams. If you want to discuss it with Hunter, that's fine, but don't be like, yo, Hunter, help me start from scratch.
Yeah. Because building by committee is always, especially like if somebody says, let me do this, and it like goes against everything in your gut, they're not playing with that team. You are.
Well, yeah, like say you have one of these balance mons, like a Nidoking, and you know that like a special Nidoking can put in work against someone, but the person advising you is adamant that physical Nidoking will put in more work just because it's unexpected. If your heart says don't do it, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Even if your mind is telling you they might be right, just listen to your gut and your heart.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's what you're comfortable with. So.
Mm-hmm. Like I'll even use myself as an example. If I'm helping, advising people, a lot of the time I'll suggest stuff that I in my opinion, would work incredibly well, but they're like, I don't know, I've never run it, or blah blah blah. You have every right to turn around and say, look, I'm not comfortable running it. I'm just gonna go with what I'm happy with. That's how you should be.
Yeah.
Like I told Ace to run Banded Among Us once. He should have done it.
Hello. What did you tell me to run Banded Among Us?
Puts in work, dude.
When? Where?
All the time.
He doesn't even get like physical moves like that. Hello.
It gets Seed Bomb.
Yeah, like what? Like Poison Jab? No. Like Seed Bomb's literally it. See, like the dog across the street's telling you, man. He said you're barking mad.
I know this. I used to live in a loony bin.
Hello. All right, moving on from Wyatt, the head coach of the Azalea Aggrons, at number 7. We move on to number 6 that we're skipping because that's Jakeeb.
No, you have to be. Then we have to be nice for 1 week. Be nice.
Jakeeb, you've earned number 6 spot because people aren't prepping for Mega Pidgeot, and you're playing to the advantage that people aren't prepping properly for your team, and there's nothing I can say about that negatively to you because you're taking advantage of what people are giving you, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Jakeeb is one of the people that have gone undefeated so far. He's 3-0. Would you say he's come up against any real tests?
I would say Wyatt,
Max.
First week he played was a very good battler. He got fortunate with the hacks. Second week he played
Grids.
And Grids, I just feel like Grids just wasn't prepared for, Mega Pidgeot specifically. And then just overall, I just think that wasn't somebody who was like a great test for him. And then Max this week. We know that Max didn't have the greatest time to prep, but it's a solid win.
Very solid win.
Yeah, right around the same ranking level as Max. We have a number 8, but Max was actually at this position one position up last week. But overall played very, very solid. I mean, I don't know, when people don't prep for your team, it's like hard for you to bake bad plays. So it's like, that's why we're not putting you in the top 5 just quite yet.
Yeah, I want to see you come up against myself or Ace or Kendra or Lee.
Who does he play
Then,
in the next couple of weeks?
He doesn't battle me until the very end, so.
And I think I face him like week 8 or 10 or something like that.
We will destroy him, Ace, don't worry.
Hello. I'm a little worried about the Milotic Chansey Doublin.
You're fine. You have stuff for it.
I do have stuff for it, but I'm just saying. It's annoying. Alright. But either way, we will move on from Jakeeb, the head coach of the Baltimore Bergmites, to number 10, Mr. Yugopotamia Ben, at number 5.
Ben, you finally moved.
Yeah, he moved from 6. He's like stagnant, been at 6. The entire power rankings and everything. He's finally number 5 in the top 5. And head coach of the
Ottawa Oshawotts.
Yeah, I like that.
Ben, we said the reason you stayed stagnant was because you were doing what was expected of your draft. And this week, I feel you finally earned the right to move up. Not only because you're undefeated, but because of who you beat.
Yeah, you beat Demon.
Yeah,
And like we can say that you made some weird plays. Like, I don't understand why you swapped in a Darmanitan against a Conkeldurr. I don't know. Maybe you were sacking. I don't know.
Maybe you wanted to get in Zen mode, dude.
He Zen mode's banned in our league, isn't it?
I don't. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it is. But either way, like, I don't know, man. Like, you made some, like, I mean, you played extremely well outside of like 1 or 2 plays, but like, I was just like, oh, well, it worked. Well, it worked. So, yeah, no, like every other week before this, super duper solid. Like maybe 1 or 2 plays you could have improved on. I guess same thing with this week. Like, you played solid, but like, I mean, your prep was fantastic. Like, you had the correct team to face Demon with. In my personal opinion.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, well, like, how do you think he could have prepped better?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're just gonna disagree with me? I think what he brought was like the correct. Like, obviously, like he doesn't know what he's gonna bring, so I felt he just prepped well for everything.
I just felt Tangrowth was a better fit.
Tangrowth he could have brought, but I don't think what he brought was bad.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. It was the team he brought was great. I just feel like Tangrowth would have helped Wall, Conkeldurr, and things like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't expect max special attack and killed him.
Well, yes, but like Tangrowth walls Conkeldurr for days.
That's true.
Like, even if you come in the Fire Punch, you just take it, you Elite Seed up, take another one, and swap out and get your Regenerator or whatever.
That's true.
Like, I don't know. Like, Ben is actively trying to use all the Pokemon in his draft. I noticed this because he brought Persian and Armaldo this week. Like, he's trying to experiment, which is good, and it's working for him so far. I just don't want it to get to the point where it bites him in the ass.
Yeah, and the doggies across the thing are just
They're going ham. They go woof woof woof.
Yeah, woof. They're Ben fanboys. They're like, my boy in the top 5 finally.
But yeah, Ben, you have the Gods draft from me. I gifted you that draft. You're proving that if you have like the right set of mons, anyone can use it right.
Yeah, well, not anyone, but like you can use it well.
Pretty much anyone.
Hello.
All you do is click U-turn and Volt Switch.
Hello, like he did more than that.
Nah.
All right. Well played, Ben. You played well. Close match against Demon. I think he could have won a couple different ways. Like just some different plays. But you played well. You, like I said, what you keep. If you play what your opponent gives you, there's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with taking what your opponent gives you. But moving on from number 5, we move on to number 4. We are in the top 4 now, and we move on to the head coach of the Cherrygrove Charizards and 7 Ryujin, Grandpa Lee.
Grandpa Lee. Lee actually stayed static.
He stayed static.
I don't know if I agree with this or not.
But he stayed static. And we didn't move him up. We couldn't move him down because he won. And we couldn't move him up because he played kind of booty. Like, I'm
sorry, Lee. Yeah.
I hate to say that. Like, you're such a nice guy and like you're such a good battler, but like this week, I don't know, man. Something like somebody put some like hot sauce in your coffee or something. You were just like, bro.
Yeah, something happened this week. Your mind wasn't there, and you choked every other turn.
Yeah, literally, if Marty didn't swap in the Sableye on the fairy type move, I think he beat you.
Yeah.
Like if he quick attacked there, I think it was over.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, if Lee's getting cocky or he was disheartened by the loss to Kendra. I don't know. All the tools are there with Lee.
Yeah, I mean, top-notch battler, fantastic draft. Like, my personal scare, like the draft I'm most scared of. It terrifies me.
Nah, I'm scared of Daniel's draft more.
True. That's who I'm facing this week.
Sharpedo gonna go in.
All
But
right.
Lee, don't feel disheartened. You're still in the top 4 for a reason. You played very poorly, but you still won, and that says a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's something wrong when a player like you aromatherapies when there's toxic spikes on the field.
Or D-Dance is when you already outspeed everything.
Yeah. Like, the speed tiers. Like, that Haxorus is base 95, I think, right? Base 95, I'm pretty sure, on Haxorus.
Either 90 or 95.
It's 90 and 95. But, like,
it's
literally
not 100.
after a Twist Scarf, you outspeed a Galvantula.
Yeah, guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. Like, unless he's Twist Scarf, but then, like, you don't have to worry.
Exactly.
So, like, either way, like, I don't know. Something was just, like, off with Lee, but all the credit in the world, he still ended up winning. He took what his opponent gave him. Like, Marty just choked away his win condition. Yeah, like, you deserve to be in the top 4. Just, if you want to stay in the top 4, don't play like that. Please.
Basically. If you play like that against, like, me and Ace, like, it's not gonna end well.
Yeah. It's just gonna
be
not
Kendra, because that's already happened.
I don't know. Like, even like Jakib or like Ben, like, if you play like that against them, they might end up winning against you because they have the drafts that kind of like allow for that kind of. Well, maybe not Jakib, Wyatt or Ben.
Yeah. I like Lee my friend.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on from number 4, we move up to number 3. The Canalave Carnivines have dripped.
Yeah, we got knocked off our perch.
Knocked off the perch at number 1, down to number 3 by Kendra. Yeah. Canalave Carnivines just had a rough week, both in the Mon world and the regular worlds, and it just wasn't a good week for them. All the credit in the world to the Canalave Carnivines. They played extremely.
Why you gotta talk like I'm not here, man?
You wanted to defend yourself?
There is no defense.
I was gonna say.
I've been having a shitty time IRL, and it's affecting my performance, I guess, in the CCL, both during battle and in prep, because I've just not been in the mindset for it.
Yeah.
But again, to Kendra's credit, she noticed that I wasn't playing to my optimal, and she just took advantage of it. Yeah. She did nothing wrong. Although I will say.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, and we'll get to that when we go up into another placement.
I will talk about it.
We will talk about that. Don't you worry.
But yeah,
I wouldn't say that you played poorly. I would say that a couple plays I would have played differently because of knowing Kendra. But I don't know, maybe your prep wasn't as what I would expect.
Kendra and I went into it kind of with like the fear of the unknown. We've never battled seriously.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what she was like.
Okay.
Which I do now, and I will remember in future. So Kendra, rematch one day. I already said to her I want a rematch one day. Yeah. But now that I know her playstyle a bit better, like, it's a learning process. You know that, Ace. So you and I battle all the time. We learn each other's
literally, play. It's like, okay, what stupid play can I make that'll throw Weezing off?
Exactly. And what weird ass set can I bring that'll make Ace shit himself?
I bet. You can't run Grassknocker Kelter. Hello.
You can't run Nasty Plot Pincer.
Hello. Oh, true. Man.
But
okay.
Like, yeah, Kendra. I feel like, well, we're talking about me. I choked. I wasn't in a good place. I shouldn't have agreed to the battle in the first place when I did. Like, I should have waited.
Yeah.
But I feel like Kendra would have probably won anyway, because the one thing I wasn't expecting was the thing that blew me back in that special Cobalion.
Yeah, Calm Mind Cobalion. That surprised me as well to see. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't even consider it. I was like, oh, Cobalion, it would just be like, at worst, it's what, SD, close combat?
Yeah, close combat, maybe Volt Switch as well, like,
yeah,
just as a mix-up.
And I was like, if I have the bulky man, if he kind of just sits there and scalds it.
Yeah, and then...
I was wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I'll admit that I was wrong. So, even if I was in the best place of mind and not in stress and feels, I probably still would have lost because I would not have prepared for a special Cobalion.
Okay. Well, we can kind of like. I want to get into like the battle of semantics, so we'll move on to number 2. Kendra at number 2 has moved up. You know, she's just steadily climbing. There was one play that I think decided the battle, and that was Kendra staying in with her Mega Sceptile against Nidoqueen, which was the wall that if you were gonna come back, you needed Nidoqueen to basically be there because Special Cobalion can't touch Nidoqueen there.
I still feel like that play was bad. The Kendra.
No, I 100% agree. When she stayed in against it, I was like, why would you stay in? Mega Sceptile does so much work, especially against Manaphy.
Yeah, if the Manaphy was still around at decent HP, you needed the Sceptile.
Yeah, because nothing else is touching it. Like even Special Cobalion is still taking like enough damage.
You still need to sit there and set up to touch it.
Yeah.
And I like you saw in the battle, I think it got to +4 or 5, and it still didn't OHKO the Manaphy.
Yeah, I don't know, but staying in against that possible Sludge Wave, I was like, you have a Cobalion right there.
Yeah, and even I watched her commentary and she was like, I was just scouting for Ice Beam. I didn't need Ice Beam. Sludge Wave blew the Sceptile back. Like,
and what do you gain there if Sceptile goes down to Ice Beam?
I don't know.
I don't know. Literally, the swap in there was Cobalion. Like, okay, there was 2 or 3 other models. Like, she could have swapped in Sylveon. No, you don't swap in Sylveon there. There's no reason.
You don't swap it. You swap in Cobalion there.
Cobalion, or you could swap in. Like, personally, I would have Sludge Waved and made her make the play, because I know that she probably can't touch me regardless. But I appreciate the prediction with the Flamethrower because it still hits Sceptile for decent damage. I don't know. I don't know.
That's the reason I went for Flamethrower. Was like, if she does stay in like a dumbass, at least it will still be a neutral hit and do about half.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Sludge Wave was still the play, but like, I don't know, man. For some reason, I knew Kendra was gonna stay in there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know Kendra, how she battles. I didn't. I didn't realize. She mentions that, oh, I don't like swapping her. I just didn't realize she actually was convicted to that.
Yeah, no. Like, literally, she will do that in like plays where like, I think it's from playing Slayer, to be honest. Like, he'll make the double prediction, and then she'll just be like, nah.
Well, that's a very, like, Slayer and I are very, very similar in that regard. We make the double swaps all the time. You watch our battle from the last season of the CCL, like what, the first half of it is just us swapping? Yeah, like, we just kept predicting, and it got to the point where one of us got bored or frustrated and just attacked. And that's what, whoever, I think it was me, gave in first, and that cost me the battle.
Yeah.
Like, straight away, like, the first attack hit, and I was like, I've lost now. Because that's, like, I gave him momentum. Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I give people I battle against the benefit of the doubt. And,
yeah, too much credit.
Yeah, and I hate saying it because I feel like I'm shitting on everyone, but you don't stay in on situations like that, no matter what.
I've always told you, force your opponent, like, you make the play that is, like, in my opinion, the correct play. That's why I always agree with like Slayer's play style. When Slayer plays, he will make the correct play that he feels is correct. Like, he played against Chris. There was an obvious swap in for the Draco Meteor. He still Dracoed, because if Chris makes the incorrect play and swaps in the wrong thing or stays in, gone.
I'm not like that. Like I said, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and think they're going to do the right thing.
I don't know. I think you just can't think too much of your opponents, and that, like, I think that ended up costing you. Maybe just, I don't know. Like, you made the, in my opinion, if you were playing me, you made the correct play.
I guarantee you, if I were playing you, I made the right play.
But, like, just with Kendra, like, how she played it, it just, I don't know, that literally, like, nothing to shit on Kendra. Kendra prepped well. Just that play.
She did.
That play, I cannot condone.
Well, not only that play, but I feel like she was very under prepped for Registeel as well. I wish I brought it.
Yeah.
Did she, like, her Sylveon couldn't touch it. Like, as soon as I, like, exited the battle, I was like, why didn't I bring specially defensive Registeel with the Fire Berry encounter? that literally walls her entire team.
I don't know.
I blame you.
You blame me. Hello.
You know why I blame you.
Hello. Why do you blame? You always blame me for no reason.
I do have reason. I have text messages to prove it.
Hello.
And if I was editing the video, they'd pop up on screen right now.
Hello.
But yeah. Kendra prepped well. There was holes in her logic and stuff, but still. She beat me, so she had to move up.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe people are less scared of me now and there'll be less pressure of, oh my god, how am I going to wreck me?
I don't know. I think
Or
Kendra's the only person who
does that
feels
still
way.
exist?
I was gonna say, I think Kendra's the only person who thinks that way right now.
No, like 90% of the
No, I
league.
meant like I think Kendra's the only one who's relieved that you lost. Everybody else is like, oh shit, still have to face up.
Yeah, from what I've heard, everyone's still scared.
I'm still scared.
I've heard from a couple of people that they think I'm on the warpath now.
Like you're gonna be like, boy.
Yeah. You
Let me
want
go
me to
15
bring you want me to bring all my sweepers? I will.
I'll do it.
I'll bring the tail
Latias.
glow, Manaphy, Swords Dance Pinto. I'll bring the Scarf Latios. It's fine. I will do it.
How many
I will
teams
nuke
can like,
everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many teams can live that?
Exactly. Marty, I'm sorry, but sorry.
He's sorry. This next week is not personal. He told you how much he loves you.
I have a reputation to uphold now.
It's gonna be like it's not even gonna be a 6-0. It's gonna be a 15-0. He's gonna like some of your Pokemon are gonna go over to V6's team.
I'll just like send out my first mon and his entire team will faint at the thought.
Alright, yeah. But moving on from 2 and 3, we move on to number 1, which I always hate talking about myself. I'm at number 1.
Well, you have to. You put yourself here.
I have. I played well. I've played, you know, I wouldn't say that I've had the greatest tests in opponents. No offense to any of my opponents. Daniel, Zach,
Who've you battled? Daniel, Zach, and Trent?
Trent. Just people I feel my draft just matches up extremely well against.
I'd say Trent was a bit of a challenge. Yes, you know how to deal with stall, but it's still a good draft.
Yeah, I mean, I played that well. Like Marty, like just I feel maybe inexperienced. Like his Volcarona literally was scary, but I prepped for it, and then
I put that down to week 1 nerves for Marty because he has shown improvement a lot.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I didn't have to face him like week 15 where he has like enough momentum, to be completely honest. Then you know Zach just I don't know, like the past 2 weeks I feel like I've gotten pretty fortunate with like hacks and rolls, but I mean there's nothing I can do about that.
That's part of the game.
Yeah, I mean I'm 3-0 for a reason. You know, I'm making the correct plays. I'm taking what my opponent gives me. I don't know, like I feel there's a lot of room for improvement. I feel like a lot of the time I can be maybe a little more trigger happy. I don't know.
I feel like you're not doing anything wrong. You've become more aggressive.
Yeah.
The 2 biggest complaints with you, Ace, that I always had was 1, you're not aggressive enough. You always play safe, and 2, you bring standard shit. And you've gone away from both of those. Like a year ago when I knew you as a battler, you would never have ran something like an Assault Vest Sumungus. You would have been like, why? Free Spore or something like that.
I still think about that though.
But if you recognize that this somewhat unique set can put in work, you'd be willing to.
His entire
yeah, exactly. You'd be willing to run more unique stuff if it will put in work. I still think you do tend to stick standard, and you're very 252 to 52 happy.
I feel I've gotten away from that for league format specifically.
I don't think you have.
Hello. Did you see my EV spread on Latias?
I did. That doesn't prove anything to me.
Hello. I did specifically to outspeed Altaria even before or after Mega. And so that I could run the Life Orb on it to Ice Beam it and kill it if it came in on a separate hit.
Mon.
Okay. Assault Vest Amoonguss, Rotom, like was specifically calced for Mienshao, had Protect.
No, it wasn't. It was Max HP.
Yeah, because it doesn't get wrecked.
Specifically calced.
It doesn't get wrecked. It worked.
You know, the way you calc it is I need to calc it so I can live one Stone Age.
Yeah, max HP, max defense.
Nah, nigga. But like, yeah, no, you are getting. I fully admit you're getting away from it. Like, when people talk about you in the Pick'em crew, or sorry, gotta pick 'em all. I don't know if you watched that. If you don't, you should. But yeah, the biggest complaint is Ace is standard and safe, but it works, and you've gone away from that. So I will defend you from the haters.
Hey,
I've noticed the change. Just talk to me when you run a banded Latias.
I will. Wait, that's
fucking.
I mean, D-Dance, like Gladios. I want to run it.
I mean, I already have, so fuck you.
I want to run it so bad, but it doesn't like the matchup. I need the matchup.
I got the matchup. I did. I got the matchup, and it was such a good matchup that I didn't even have to use it.
That's how I felt about Raikou week 1.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I wanted to show off.
That's why I swapped around. I was like, look at my cool sets.
I wanted to do that, but I also kind of wanted to. Well, because it was my first battle in the league, I was like, I want to establish myself, so I just went in. So.
All right, well, enough of us like bantering like off-screen stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's gonna be the Power Rankings. I guess I'm reigning supreme. Maybe I will fall this week to Daniel. I don't know.
We 1 in 16 going against each other this week.
1 in 16 face each other, and it's gonna be interesting. We have quite a few good matchups this coming week, and I'm excited for what like how the Power Rankings will change for the next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out everybody's channels, including Weezing. He's just gotten started on his YouTube grind. Already more subscribers than me already. Just rolling through. He also has a Twitch. He streams. So make sure to check that out.
Once.
If anybody in the league gets something new, I'm just gonna plug it. So
fair enough. Yeah, sub to everyone, sub to me, sub to Ace, sub to the CCL, sub here, sub to Kendra, Wyatt. Yeah, Wyatt got a channel, that's new.
Oh, Wyatt get a channel?
Wyatt has a channel, Mega Chewbacca.
Okay, yeah, Mega Chewbacca has a channel. I will probably change that in our listing now.
Yes, he's not in this, but Hunter has a channel, but that's for next season.
Yeah, that's for next season.
But yeah, sub to everyone. We love and appreciate all the support we've seen on this. It's one of our most viewed series on the CCL.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We out. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, people.